Hello, everyone. I'm once again more towards the bottom of the pack here at Master 2. Um, I've won three out of the six games that I played this week so far. I'm not really all that concerned. I was definitely concerned with how I played last week. I wasn't really seeing it all too well. Yesterday, I had lost a couple games, but I don't think they were the worst games that I've played on the channel so far. I think I just played some good opponents and I lost. I am going to get into a few more games today and hope that my luck changes and I can get a few victories. So let's get into it. Okay, first opponent of the day. Wait for good luck, as always. Can't really trust the sun. No help on the language either. It's like east, northeast, kind of this thicker pole here. I mean, this could be a place like Panama. Not entirely sure. I'm just going to go ahead and plonk it. Other player goes in Brazil, and it was Brazil. Okay, not my best guess there. That was kind of threw me off. Those poles did not look Brazilian. Place like this, I'm thinking Greece comes to mind. Greece could be an option. I don't think it's Italy. I don't see blue. Even here, I don't see blue on either side. Very mountainous. I think Greece should probably be an okay guess here. Just gonna plonk it. The player also goes in Greece, and it was the southern part of Greece there, so I'm able to do a little bit of damage. Should be Taiwan. Those are kind of to the north. Yeah, I'm just going to plonk it kind of in the middle. The player also goes in Taiwan. Okay, and it was on the east coast there, so I'm going to do a little bit more damage to me. Getting low on health. I mean, that first round kind of killed me. Did not trust the sun in that Brazil round. This one I think is probably going to be Finland. Yeah, definitely Finland. I don't think it's too far north. I'm just going to go kind of more towards this southern portion of it. The player goes more north. Okay, and it was the southern part of Finland. Doing some damage. Now getting into the multipliers. It's still anybody's game. Um, Could be a place like Bulgaria. I mean, I do see this kind of holy pole here. But, not sure if they really use that kind of pole in Bulgaria. I mean, this pole looks more. That looks more like Cyrillic. Place the pin. The other player goes in Russia, and it was Bulgaria that time. So great guess on my part there. It's doing a ton of damage. It's knocking that other player out of the game. And I won my 100th no-move duel, so that's pretty cool. Starting off the day with a victory. Pretty cool. Yeah, 100 games. That's awesome. So I'm happy that disastrous first round didn't come back to haunt me in that game. I'm going to go ahead and get into another game here. Okay, got another good-looking opponent. Wave for good luck. Also on a one-game win streak. Ukar, straight north. I don't know. I really don't. I'm gonna go Argentina. The other player goes and okay, yeah, and it was it was Mexico. Sun definitely looked like it was more in the north. I was able to get away with that. Very hilly looking place here. See this thicker pole here. This could be like maybe Ecuador. I don't know where the sun is. Maybe Colombia. Going the mountains over this way. Let's see if he went Bhutan. It was Bolivia. Okay, so I'm able to do a ton of damage. So I'm not guessing too well, but you know, it is at least within the ballpark with some of these middle of nowhere places. So. It's like Singapore or haven't seen Singapore in a long time. I don't feel like it's either going to be what's that city? Kuala Lumpur, maybe. Could be like Jakarta. I'm going to go Singapore here, see if it's all right. The other player goes Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, okay, and it was. That's going to do some damage to me. Not getting too much help from the sun again. Autos. Oh, this probably should be Mexico. Yeah. Maybe like Nuevo Leon. Like this area. I'm going to go for it. Other player goes in Argentina. Okay, and it was Mexico. Doing a ton of damage there again. Not enough to knock the player out of the game. And here we are in the woods. I mean, if anybody knows how to figure out where you are in the world here, like, definitely let me know. I don't know. I'm just gonna go Mexico again, I guess. I mean, I really no idea. The other player also goes to Mexico. Okay, and that was New England, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Okay, it's interesting. Let's see what we get here. Winter coverage. Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, other player goes to Bulgaria. Okay, it was Italy. Very interesting game so far. A lot of middle of nowhere places. And they're just plonking it right away. The player goes in the U.S. Yeah, and it was Canada. Go figure. That might knock me out of the game. Yes, it does. Okay, so that was not my best game. Ended up getting knocked out there. They had a bunch of very bad guesses, but that one accounted. So I'm losing that one. Back down more towards the bottom. All right, so I won one, I lost one. Back down to a 50-50 record and kind of drop it down to 24th again. Let's get into another one. Okay, got a good looking player here. 2-game win streak. Sun looks very north. I think maybe it could be like New Zealand. These trees kind of look like. The player also goes to New Zealand, and it was New Zealand. Okay, excellent. Kind of confused me a little bit, but should probably be a Mexico round. Where is the sun? Yeah, more towards the south. Perhaps up this way. Actually, no, that would be the south. Mortal USA. Okay, 656 area code. Maybe this is not Mexico. Maybe this is like Mexico. Yeah, let's go for it. The player goes in Argentina, and it was looks like it was on the other side of the border there in Mexico, closer to El Paso. So very good guess. My end there. Driving school. Should be like South Africa, maybe. Driving on the left. Also could be like Lesotho. Oh, that's the wrong continent. I'm gonna go in South Africa, kind of in between these two areas. I think that's kind of where we are. The other player goes Eswatini. Okay, and I had it kind of spot on again, so very good. Typically, this would be seen in Indonesia. Looks like this gentleman here is driving on the left-hand side of the road as well. I mean, I'm just going to plonk it here in Kalimantan as I usually do. The player goes in Cambodia, and it was Indonesia. Okay, so knocking off a little bit more damage. This is definitely Russia. I'm gonna go more kind of towards the this area. Perhaps. I mean, Russia is extremely difficult. I see a longer antenna. I don't see the red car. I don't think this is Ukraine. The other player goes in Ukraine, and it was Ukraine. Go figure. Okay, so that's going to do a ton of damage to me for the first time. Appears to be like a German language. Doesn't look like anywhere in Germany that I've ever seen, though. I'm just going to place it up here in like the northern part of it. Yeah, I mean, really, where do you see that? Other player goes in Germany as well, and it was Austria. Okay, it's going to do some more damage to me. The Bulgarian flag. I think it is. I think that is a Bulgarian flag. Let's see if I could go somewhere in kind of the middle of Bulgaria here. Another player sees it as well. Okay, and it was Bulgaria. Still not enough to knock the other player out, but they are hanging on by a thread. Sun is straight north, very red soil. Blue car. This has to be Brazil. I think up this way, like in the more northern part of the country, perhaps. The player goes more south, and it was almost split the difference on it, but luckily I was slightly closer, and it was enough to knock that player out of the game. So able to rack up a victory here against a player that was more highly rated than me. Unfortunately, I didn't win that last game. That would have been nice, but nevertheless, I think I'll take the two victories, and I will be back tomorrow with more duels.